The reality TV world didn't just get another scandal, it got an earthquake. Whispers had been floating for weeks, quiet comments in the corners of social media, subtle hints from insiders who knew too much but said too little. But no one saw this coming. Not like this. Fans are stunned. The timelines are in meltdown. And if sources are to be believed, this could be the final chapter for one of love and hip-hop's most iconic couples. After years of public loyalty tests, emotional roller coasters, and scandal after scandal, Yandy Smith has officially filed for divorce from Mendeecees Harris. But what was the breaking point this time? Why now? Why after everything they've already been through? One name: Mena. And no, it's not just old beef resurfacing. This time, it's personal. It's deep. It's messy. Allegations have surfaced, whispers turning into viral receipts, blurry DMs, and suspicious backstage moments suggesting that Mendeecees and Erica might have shared more than a storyline. What Yandy found out didn't come directly from him. It came from a third party, and it hit like a truck. Her reaction was explosive. But this wasn't just about rumors. This felt different. Fans immediately started speculating, was Erica pregnant with Mendeecees' baby? Was this real or another twisted love and hip-hop narrative gone too far? Whatever it was spiraling fast, and Yandy was right in the eye of the storm. When the news hit, it was like the world around Yandy stopped. Her phone blew up. Messages poured in. She sat there, on the edge of her bed, staring at a single text over and over again. Check the blogs. It's all over. Her heart dropped. With shaking hands, she opened her phone, typed in the name, and boom, photos, clips, wild captions everywhere. It was out. And it was ugly. The fans had already turned into detectives. They'd found the clip. Mendeecees entering Erica's trailer. Alone. And not coming out for over 30 minutes. Erica stepping out right after, clothes slightly disheveled, eyes avoiding the camera. It would have been just a coincidence. If there wasn't a history there. But there was. And now, the internet was on fire. Some said it was a classic publicity stunt. Others said they'd seen this coming. The way he looked at her. The social media comments. It wasn't nothing. Not anymore. Not when it felt this real to Yandy. And let's not forget, just days before, she and Mendeecees had been arguing constantly. He'd been cold, distant, glued to his phone, always finding a way to pick a fight. Now, all of a sudden, this? Yandy's gut told her this wasn't some love and hip-hop promo. This was real betrayal. People close to Yandy say she was crushed. She locked herself away. Didn't talk. Didn't eat. Just silence. Then, when she finally stepped out, her eyes were red, her expression blank. She was done crying. She was angry now. Hurt, yes. But more than anything, embarrassed. To be dragged through the mud online. To see strangers dissecting your marriage. And Erica? She didn't confirm anything. But she didn't deny it either. Just one cryptic Instagram story. People only expose what they're afraid of being exposed for. The fans took that as confirmation. Then came the photo. Erica. In a hoodie, hand resting on her stomach. The internet exploded. Is she pregnant? Is it Mendeecees? Yandy deserves better. The comments were savage. But Mendeecees tried to calm it down. A quick IG live, y'all really be bored, I was just having a conversation. But it didn't help. His tone was shaky. His words didn't land. People weren't buying it. And neither was Yandy, according to insiders. That night she confronted him. She wasn't screaming. She was quiet. Cold. Direct. At first, he denied everything. Then she showed him the screenshots. The video. The comments. His face changed. Still, he denied any physical relationship. But he had no answer for the time in Erica's trailer. The longer they talked, the more defensive he got. Until finally, he just left. Walked out. That night, Yandy didn't sleep. She stayed up reading fan theories, comments, arguments. Some people blamed her. Others defended her. But all she saw was the humiliation. The next morning, she made a decision. Called her lawyer. No mess. No drama. Just a clean break. She didn't want to drag the kids into it. Didn't want a headline war. But one thing was clear, she was done, only, it didn't stay clean. Someone leaked the papers. Blogs everywhere were screaming, Yandy files for divorce citing betrayal. Mendeecees hadn't even been served yet. He found out from a friend who saw it online. And he was furious. Not about the divorce. About the story getting out before he could spin it. He stormed back to the house demanding answers. The confrontation was ugly. Voices raised. Accusations flying. You believe them over me, he shouted. You'd rather trust bloggers than your own husband? But Yandy didn't flinch. You gave them something to talk about, she shot back. And it got worse. One of the kids overheard the fight. They'd always tried to protect their children from the show drama. But this was different. Later that night, Yandy sat her kids down and explained gently that things were going to change. Dad wouldn't be around as much. They were confused, scared. She reassured them. But inside, she didn't know what was next. The internet, of course, kept digging. More sources came forward. One said Erica had been bragging to friends that she had Mendeecees in her pocket. Another said Mendeecees told someone they had a moment of weakness. It couldn't be proven. But that didn't matter. Fans believed it. They found old clips, past interactions, little clues. And then, Erica dropped another bomb. A video at a doctor's office. Holding what looked like an ultrasound. She said, "Nothing. Just played a song in the background, I ain't gotta say nothing. You already know what it is." That was it. The internet lost it. Was this her way of confirming it? Was Mendeecees the father? Yandy didn't respond publicly. Just one black square on her feed. Healing in progress. The support poured in. From fans. From celebrities. But the silence? It made things louder. Then the footage dropped. Mendeecees spotted entering Erica's apartment building late at night. Looking over his shoulder. Staying for nearly an hour. Then Erica stepped outside. Crying. Holding her phone. Wiping her face. Boom. Instant wildfire. Blogs reposted. Fans speculated. Some called it a setup. Others said it was undeniable proof. And then came the Ring camera leak. Audio included. A man's voice, hard to hear, but the words clear enough. She might be pregnant. That was it. Body language experts started analyzing every blink, every move. One said, "He's lying. You can see it in his posture." People were obsessed. Erica stayed quiet. Just more cryptic posts. Until the voicemail leaked out a voice that sounded like Mendeecees. "I can't keep doing this. I told you it was just a mistake. You keep acting like we're something we're not." Fans lost their minds. It matched his voice. Old clips were compared. It all lined up. Yandy didn't react. Not publicly. But insiders say she was making moves. Meetings with lawyers. Adjustments to her businesses. And then she did the unthinkable, deleted every photo of Mendeecees from her Instagram. Gone. All of it. Wedding. Pics. Family moments. Erased. Fans saw it as the final nail. This wasn't just heartbreak. This was war. The Mendeecees tried to fight back. Posted throwback pics with captions like, "Don't act like it was never real." But it didn't land. Fans weren't buying it. Erica posted too, lip-syncing to a breakup anthem. In the background? A chain. Mendeecees' chain. Was he living with her? Still seeing her? And just when people thought it couldn't get any worse, brands started backing away from him. Fitness companies pulled his image. Clothing lines paused campaigns. The scandal wasn't just emotional. It was business. His image was collapsing. Then, the biggest twist yet. A leaked email from Mendeecees' team to the network. Begging them not to air a certain scene. An unaired hotel hallway argument between him and Erica. Her words on camera, "I'm tired of being your secret. You said we had a future." The email begged producers to. This wasn't just a moment of weakness. This was a long, messy, tangled web. And Yandy? She'd had enough. And this? This was just the beginning. Yandy was quiet but focused. The heartbreak was still fresh, but the betrayal had hardened into something else. She started removing Mendeecees from everything. Their business deals? Rewritten. Their joint ventures? Restructured. Advisors? Replaced. She wasn't just breaking up with him emotionally. She was breaking up with the version of herself that had accepted the chaos for far too long. This wasn't about revenge. It was about protection. Of her peace, her brand, her kids. Insiders say she even paused filming for a while, stepped back to recalibrate. Meanwhile, the streets of the internet were on fire. A so-called former friend of Erica's came forward with screenshots. Text messages. Allegedly from Mendeecees. "She don't get me like you do. I'm only staying for the kids." Dated months back. It wasn't just a mistake now. It was an emotional affair. A long one. One that overlapped with public declarations of love for Yandy. The hypocrisy was too loud to ignore. Even longtime fans started turning. The ones who used to root for him, who forgave him for past drama, were done. One comment summed it up perfectly: "This ain't just cheating. It's betrayal on a spiritual level." Screenshots hit every gossip page. Mainstream media even picked it up. But Yandy still didn't address it head-on. Behind the scenes, she was preparing legal consultations, business protections, custody considerations. This wasn't just a divorce. It was the dismantling of a shared empire. Over a decade of life, undone. And then, just when it looked like it couldn't get any more real, Erica made it official. A full pregnancy reveal. No more hints. No more blurry stories. A full-body photo, white dress, baby bump on display. Caption, new beginnings. Grateful. For the journey. She didn't tag Mendeecees. Didn't have to. The fans filled in the blanks. This your man's baby? Own it if it's yours. This baby's gonna need answers. And as the comments exploded, Mendeecees reappeared. Online. But not the way anyone expected. A private phone call between him and Erica was leaked. His voice, why would you post that now? We haven't even figured out how we're handling this. Erica, cool and steady, replied, I'm done hiding. I carried your secrets long enough. And just like that, fans knew. He was the father. Or at least, he believed he might be. And he had asked her to stay quiet. The backlash was immediate. Yandy filed for legal separation. Not just divorce. A public, strategic, financial protection move. The filing was leaked within hours. Her name was trending. Protect your peace, Queen. It became the rallying cry. Women all over social media echoed it. Yandy wasn't playing anymore. This wasn't a messy breakup. This was a calculated exit. And Mendeecees? He tried one last public gesture. A video montage. Home videos. Birthdays. Old wedding clips. Him narrating with a voiceover, I know I failed you. I lost myself. But my love for you and the kids never changed. I'll always fight for us. But the internet wasn't moved. The top comment said it all. You didn't think about that when you were sneaking into apartments at midnight. Erica clapped back too. A real lip syncing to a breakup anthem. In the background? What looked like Mendeecees chained still. Sitting on her dresser. The internet went wild again. Is he living with her? Still going back and forth? This man's chaos in sneakers. Brands that once partnered with him disappeared. A fitness brand scrubbed him from their site. A clothing line postponed a campaign. His brand, built on loyalty and redemption, was collapsing. And just when the dust seemed like it might settle, another bomb hit. A producer from the show leaked a private email from Mendeecees' team. The subject line? Urgent, do not air scene. The contents? A plea to remove. A hotel hallway scene. In the footage, Erica says on camera, I'm tired of being your secret. You said we had a future. The producer ignored the request. But the email leak confirmed what fans had suspected. This wasn't an isolated moment. This was a double life. Yandy was done being the last to know. Producers held emergency meetings. Some wanted to cut back. Others wanted to air everything. Fans were demanding transparency. Even crew members felt conflicted. One anonymous staffer said, they knew. The network knew. They just didn't expect it to explode like this. Meanwhile, Mendeecees went silent. No posts. No lives. No public statements. And that silence was deafening. People close to him said he was falling apart behind the scenes. Trying to do damage control. Trying to reconnect with Yandy. But she wasn't responding. Her focus had shifted. From mourning the relationship to rebuilding her identity, she started showing up again. Publicly. Stronger. Sharper. More intentional. She removed Mendeecees from every business tie. Launched new ventures. Even started filming a documentary about betrayal, healing, and growth. Title? Still Standing. Pre-orders sold out. Platforms wanted licensing rights. It wasn't just about Yandy's pain anymore. It was about every woman who had ever been lied to, cheated on, blindsided. Her story had become a movement. And Erica? She leaned into the chaos. Launched a YouTube channel. Pregnancy Journey. Behind-the-scenes vlogs. Fans were divided. Some called it opportunistic. Others said she had every right to own her story. The views were undeniable. So were the sponsorship offers, but the biggest surprise? A final, private sit-down. Yandy and Erica. No cameras. Just a mediator and raw truth. The footage later aired. Fans were glued. It wasn't performative. It was real. Erica admitted everything. Confirmed the pregnancy. Admitted she thought Mendeecees was serious about leaving Yandy. He said you didn't love him anymore, she said. He told me things would change. Yandy stared back. Face calm. But eyes burning. Her words cut through. You weren't just anyone. You knew my family. You sat at our table. And you still did this. Erica cried. Yandy didn't. Then she looked directly into the camera. This isn't just betrayal. It's deception. And while I can't go back in time, I can decide who I move forward with. Neither of you make the cut. That line? It broke the internet. Influencers quoted it. Celebs reposted it. Fans put it on t-shirts. Neither of you make the cut trended for days. Mendeecees didn't show up to the sit-down. He said he wasn't ready. But everyone saw it for what it was. Avoidance. Guilt. Fear. And that wasn't the end. Not even close. A new leak surfaced. Text messages between Mendeecees and yet another woman. Dated just weeks before the Erica drama exploded. Flirty texts. Empty promises. Complaints about home life. It wasn't just a love triangle. It was a web. A pattern. A lifestyle. Sponsors dropped him completely. Friends distanced themselves. The network debated removing him from future seasons. Yandy didn't flinch. She announced her documentary release. A raw account of everything she'd been through. From blind loyalty to self-reclamation. One promo clip went viral. She looked dead into the lens and said, "I used to think the story was over. But it was just the end of a chapter. And this time, I'm writing it on my terms." Fans went wild. Pre-orders surged. Critics praised it as the most powerful thing to come out of reality TV. Meanwhile, whispers of a custody battle started swirling. Nothing confirmed. But sources close to Yandy said she wanted full custody. To protect the kids from the storm. Mendeecees allegedly tried one last time to talk. Through a mutual friend. Wanted to meet. Yandy declined. Her answer? "I don't need apologies. I need peace." And then, quietly, Erica gave birth. A photo. A baby's hand. Caption, "My greatest lesson." No tags. No comments. Just a whisper in a storm. Some fans congratulated her. Others dragged her. But she didn't respond. She'd gone quiet. And Mendeecees? Still off-grid. No appearances. No lives. No updates. His silence said it all. The man who built his fame on redemption now stood without his family, his image. Or the respect he once owned. As the new season of Love and Hip Hop prepared to roll out, producers were divided. The ratings were undeniable. But so was the damage. Would they bring Mendeecees back? Let him speak? Or was his chapter truly closed? For now, all eyes are on Yandy. The woman who took her pain and turned it into power. The woman who showed the world what it looks like to rebuild in public. The woman who didn't just survive betrayal, she owned it, redefined it, and rose above it. What happens next is anyone's guess. Will Mendeecees ever find redemption? Will Erica fade from the spotlight or turn scandal into success? Will Yandy's story change how we talk about loyalty, self-worth, and healing in the public eye? One thing is certain. When the truth comes out, it doesn't just hurt. It transforms. And sometimes, it sets you free.